What's the story behind one of your scars? When I was in kindergarten, it was really windy outside and pushing me around. I ended up dropping a bunch of, I think, papers? And went running after them. The wind ended up knocking me into a ditch which someone had thrown a spool of barbed wire into, and I got a little tangled up in it. I was able to get out without any serious injuries, but I got a ton of cuts and scrapes on my legs and arms. It was long enough ago that most of the scars are no longer visible unless I point them out. When I was like 9 or 10, me and my cousins were fucking around in a Barbie Jeep. We tied a wagon to it with a jump rope and I tried to pull 3 of them. The Jeep flipped up like a 90 degrees wheelie, and as I was laying with my back flat on the ground, the hood popped open and the battery fell out. The corner hit my ear perfectly and completely punctured about a 1-inch hole clean through my cartilage. I come from an old school family, so once we all stopped getting yelled at for being idiots, we threw a band-aid on it and called it a day instead of going to get stitches, so now I have a 1-inch scar across my right ear. Lucky the battery didn't fall a couple inches over, I probably would have lost an eye. I was out camping in the wilderness. Middle of the night I hear something moving around and huffing outside the tent. Pretty sketch. Try to keep calm, but I grab my knife just in case. However, the black bear had other ideas and tried getting into the tent. So I yelled and stabbed it in the head. It snarled and took a lash at me and caught my left wrist. Didn't even realize what happened as I swiped with my knife again. Luckily they're pretty skittish and he ran off. I bandaged myself up after the adrenaline went down and headed back to civilization as soon as I could. At least that's what I tell people. Really, my mom left her curling iron on when I was like 2 years old and I pulled the cord and it came down on my wrist. What is your favorite video game quote? I get it. This won't stop until I die. But when I die, I want it to hurt. When my friends leave. When I have to let go. When this entire town is wiped off the map. I want it to hurt. Bad. I want to lose. I want to get beaten up. I want to hold on until I'm thrown off and everything ends. And you know what? Until that happens, I want to hope again. And I want it to hurt. Because that means it meant something. It means I'm something. At least. Pretty amazing to be something. At least. And quat, Night in the Woods. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What the hell am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down. With the lemons, I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down. Disappointed that there isn't any mention of Max Payne over here. So here, they were all dead. The final gunshot was an exclamation mark to everything that had led to this point. I released my finger from the trigger. And then it was all over. The storm seemed to lose its frenzy. The ragged clouds gave way to the stars above. We can't always fight nature. John. We can't fight change. We can't fight gravity. We can't fight nothing. My whole life. All I ever did was fight. But I can't give up. Neither. I can't fight my own nature. That's the paradox. John. You see, when I'm gone, they'll just find another monster. They have to. Because they have to justify their wages. Our time is past. John. What is something positive to look forward to this week? 44F, going on my first adult girls trip. Me and my 2 besties rented a cabin. Leaving Thursday, coming home Sunday, and I can't wait to get out of here. I just want to laugh, relax and not deal with issues and obligations. I've just discovered I have naturally wavy/curly hair and I'm going to play with different products and styles to see which work best for me. I feel like a little kid. I always thought my hair was pretty much straight and just frizzy. This opens up a whole new world of potential. I'm making kuo cracklins sometime this week. They require quite a bit of work and precision. But they are also super fun. It's also going to be sunny all week long. So I'll definitely go on a few sunset walks in the forest nearby. Getting the mop on my head chopped on Wednesday. Daughter is coming over to spend the day of Friday. Going to Sill's house for Super Bowl on Sunday. Next weekend is our local Mardi Gras celebrations and my husband is off work and not on call both days. My friend's birthday is this Wednesday and I get to give her the gift I've been wanting to tell her about for a couple weeks. I have a D&D game on Saturday I play online with some out-of-state friends. Sometime this weekend all of my friends are getting together to watch some anime and play some games. That's all my week highlights. My girlfriend has a crappy 10-year-old laptop that was struggling to run her favorite game. Last night I took a different computer. Removed all the bloatware that initially made it too slow. Set up the game with a DLC she likes. And surprised her with it yesterday. I look forward with sitting with her in bed and listening to her go through all the mods she now can access. It's incredibly cute. What show did you start and wound up hating so much you didn't finish it? Every single season of AHS since Freak Show always starts out strong and interesting. And then usually halfway through, Ryan Murphy consistently shows that he can't finish a story and I realize what's going to happen and just decide to quit. Around Roanoke, I stopped even giving him a chance. A BBC show called Class. It was a spin-off of Doctor Who that took place in a high school. The first strike was a character randomly shouting Bechdel test for literally no reason the moment she appears on screen. The straw that broke the camel's back was the same character saying I'm only 14 whilst clearly being played by a 30-year-old woman. Especially given there was already a Doctor Who spin-off starring high schoolers played by actual high schoolers. Handmaid's Tale. The first season starts so strong, but as the seasons go on the story refuses to move forward. It was just an endless cycle of failed escapes. Or when characters finally have the chance to escape, they either change their mind or go back inside. It's like the writers were too afraid to shake up the status quo. After a few seasons I just gave up. I watched Xena, Warrior Princess pretty regularly, and it was starting to get ridiculous. There was a moment where Xena uttered the line "no more living for you." And that was it. I stopped watching and never watched another episode. Now whenever a show just pushes me to quit, I refer to it as a "no more living for you" moment. I know it's supposed to be scandalous murder porn for modern basic women, but the first season wasn't that bad. Then it all derailed and now it's just the same thing. Dude obsesses over woman. He somehow gets the girl. Girl turns out to be not what he wanted. He finds a different one to obsess over. Repeat. I gave up on season 3 when everyone was so murder happy.